Welcome to Vintage Bricks. James, your host. I am surrounded by 8 of the classic, what I mean by classic, they're for the golden age of pirates from 1989 to 96, and I'll do a short review of all 8 of these. If you're a pirate on Tortuga Island, the new designer set where the thieves are, which of these sets would you like to see out in the harbor that you could join the crew? So I'm going to start by going over the 5 pirate ships, and we'll hit the 3 soldier ships. Here they are. In 1989, we launched it off with the Black Seas Barracuda. This is what I would call an iconic set. This set is the epitome of pirates. When you think of Lego pirates, you think of this set possibly. Our next set is, when I think of menacing pirates, I think of the Skull's Eye schooner. And let's take a look at that. Now in 1993, Lego re-released another bigger, more massive, awesome black set, the Skull Eyes schooner, about 900 pieces also. Redbeard the pirate, the captain, has never been happier, this 3-mast ship. Now this is the one ship that I think I'd want to be on if I was a pirate. I love this ship, and this would be the ship I would miss the most from my collection. It's really such a great thing. Now we're going to go to Jean's corner. She has an important question here.
Okay, Jean, your turn to decide.
If you were a pirate, though, in the bay, which one?
The party boat, of course.
The party boat. This one here, the big party boat here?
Whichever one that was.
That is the party boat. This is the party boat. Look at this. You'd be in the party boat. Good choice. Yeah, you are a party animal. We have Redbeard's runner. He's still the captain. This is what my wife is calling the party boat, because these guys are just having fun on this one. And this was made a little bit more playable. That's kind of the direction Lego was going, where the mast will tip over and things. So there it is, Redbeard's runner. Our third pirate ship that came was 1993, Renegade Runner. Look at that, a fine crew. I think this would be a nice set to add. Now to throw into a little variety here, here's a old Lego commercial with Iron Hook. Okay, there's Iron Hook and Captain Redbeard, and they're going mano-mano here. Okay, this is where I get the idea that maybe the renegades really were renegades from Redbeard the pirate. Oh, I love those old commercials. So here's our ship with, there's our captain. He had the captain hat, but he needs to upgrade his shirt a little bit here, you'll see. In a second, it's a little worn. But he did have that iron claw and the patch. So he was a true pirate. This might be the first set, if you're on Tortuga Island, you'd want to be on, to be a part of the crew here. And then finally, let me round it out here. The last one that they released, again, Redbeard's still the captain. And look at that. Up here we have the crossbones. So this is a crossbone clipper ship. Okay, so obviously a little petite size ship here with a different color scheme. Okay, it may seem like, Red Bear's come on hard times, but don't worry. As the years go on from this early set of pirate ships, he comes back with his bigger ships and goes all out. So there we have it. On now to the three soldier ships. We'll move now to the three soldier ships, because there's got to be soldiers. The soldiers had bigger bases, so they kind of compensate with that. But these are the ships they had. Look at this. The very first Imperial soldier ship, the Caribbean Clipper. Look at that Governor Broadside. This guy here, he had his own fort too, and you might.
Was that named after a real person?
No.
Okay.
Someone online can correct me if they want to. Anyway, so this is their ship, and they were more about their forts at this time. But this came out in '89, so this one came out the same time as this one here. So you had big ships. So that if you were like a kid, I bought our kids a set during this of the pirates when they first came out. I didn't buy either of these two, which I should have done because that would have been really smart buy. But okay, I'll step over to the Imperial Guard ship here. A nice little ship. About 3 years later from the Caribbean Clipper here, which now that's a French ship. This is an English ship. They're both at Tortuga Island, so you could conceivably even join these guys as crew. That is the Admiral Woodhouse. And, together they would be prowling those waters. So, both fine candidates for a ship you might want to join.
Do you know what Tortuga means?
Turtle shell?
Turtle.
Ah.
Very good.
Oh, whew. Okay. I'm supposed to quiz you. You got me. You almost got me on that. Okay, this set came out in 92, 89, 92. And then to finish it off, this is the Armada flagship. It's, of course, the Spanish set with the little Spanish guys in it. And, kind of a multicolored thing here going on with the, probably one of the Louis was Emperor.
Castellan.
You know this, Castile, Castellan?
Yeah, I would know sort of that. Yeah.
Yeah. How many times have you been to Spain?
A few.
A few, yeah. Okay. So have I. Okay, Spain's a great country. Yeah, Spain might have been great, but they were the ones that, in the history of these sets, the pirates are after the Spanish gold. So let's do a little recap here before we end of the history of these sets. The Black Seas Barracuda, there it is. The most emblematic classic of the sets. Then the Caribbean Clipper, that's the French. The French really ran Tortuga Island to begin with. The Imperial flagship, that was the English one. A lot of the pirates were English. If they didn't make enough money working for the king, they would become pirates, I think. And then Skull Eyes schooner, this is the pinnacle of pirate power during this 1990s. Renegade Runner, yeah, Iron Hook. Okay, he was the underdog. Oh yeah, the party boat, the Red Beard's Runner. It's just a fun set for the kids probably. And then we have the Armada flagship. This is, of course, the Spanish. They're the ones with all the gold that they were trying to steal. They were out there policing it. And the Crossbone Clipper, that's where, he was maybe hit hard times, and Redbeard had to pick up that. So let's take a look there at the, these were the ships that Redbeard was the captain on. We'll kind of, Redbeard, go show us your ships. So you were captain all over the place here. Well, 4 of these pirate ships were reviewed. He was the captain. Okay, and then Iron Hook. Maybe I called him Iron Hook. I've probably called him different things. But he was captain of the little one, the Renegade Runner. He didn't mind being called the wrong name. He had, he was captain. And then Governor Broadside, who had no business running a ship, he was the governor. We need some real admirals to run the ships, which are going to come up next. Maybe he had a little sea experience, but El Dorado Fortress was his main thing, I think. Okay, now we have Admiral Woodhouse. Okay, he had a nice English ship here. Admiral, go to it. There we go. And then finally, we had the Spanish Admiral. Look, they knew how to dress. Okay, no arrow was getting through that. You gotta like these Imperial Admiral guys, and one of my favorite minifigures from this era here. Well, so there we have the history. Hopefully, this review of these sets has been interesting for you and fun. And I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed being here with you today. Thank you. Oh, any more questions before I do my thing? Okay. Thank you all for watching Vintage Bricks, and we'll see you again soon.